Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa, this is Ranger, and I'm going to be doing a book haul today. We're going to be doing a book haul from like pretty much end of May until now, which is August 10th. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Teresa. Like I said, you will probably see Ranger cameos as I am downstairs and he's wandering all around. It's very warm still. It cooled off for a little bit and now it's warming back up again and it's supposed to cool off again. So forgive the fact that I am not in my normal filming location. Okay, so the first book I want to talk about, you guys, was actually sent to me by a lovely subscriber, and it just makes my heart so happy. Like, seriously, so happy. That book is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. And here's the thing with this. I didn't do an unboxing because, quite honestly, I didn't realize that it was a gift. So what happened was I got mail from Amazon, and you know, you can kind of tell when it's a book for the most part when it's just in like the little packet. And I was like, that's weird. I don't remember ordering anything because I had just ordered some stuff before. It wasn't books, but I had ordered some stuff before, and I was like, did I order a book and forget about it? What? And then it crossed through my mind for a moment, just a fleeting moment. I was like, oh, maybe this is from a subscriber and they sent me a gift. And I was like, no, that's not possible. Like, I don't have many subscribers. I'm not that popular. Like, whatever. There's no way someone's sent me a gift, of all people, you know? So I was like, this is weird. Maybe it's just something that I got that I forgot about, right? So I opened it up and I pull this out and I look at this and I'm like, I know I didn't buy this. I'm positive I didn't buy this. So I'm like, is it a gift? Like, who? What? And at first I couldn't see the note and I was like, oh my gosh, it better be a freaking note because I need to know who this came from. And at the bottom of the bag, you guys, there was a note. And this says, God bless you, sister. I was just watching some of your videos and wanted to send a book blessing your way. I've seen a lot of people talking about this one. Happy reading, from book lover Amanda. Amanda, seriously, this was the kindest thing that anyone has done for me in a long time. I was going to say in a very long time, but like beginning of the year, I had a friend take me to Disney World and that was the kindest thing. So like, I'm sorry your book doesn't top that, but like it was Disney World. But besides that, literally the kindest thing anyone has done for me in a long time besides my trip to Disney World. But yeah, girl, seriously, I was having such a bad time. My grandpa passed away recently. Recently, it was the 1-year anniversary of my grandpa's death. My health has been weird this year. I mean, it's always weird, but like it's been extra weird this year. There's just been drama in the family that has been not well. So all that to say, this book was such a blessing to me, and it's not like this is the best book ever or whatever, but it's the meaning behind getting this book. And I know Amanda probably didn't even think of like, you know, oh, this is gonna really bless her. She's like, oh, this is fun. I just want to send her a nice book, right? But it came on the day that I was super depressed and I was super just like, ugh. And so to be able to receive this in the mail and read this sweet note and just be like, someone thought about me enough to send me a book, really touched my heart so much. I have read it. I did give it a 4 stars. You guys will have to watch my July wrap up to see more of what I thought about this. But this is definitely a book that I will treasure because it was from Amanda, who I think is kind of becoming my friend, which is pretty cool. But just the kindness of her sending this to me, you guys. Okay, I need to stop gushing. So I want to tell you what this book's actually about if you haven't heard of it. This is a Jane Eyre retelling. This is a southern twist on Jane Eyre that is full of suspense, twists, and turns. The story of a twisted love triangle will have you on the edge of your seat all the way until the end. And it was good. It was really good. It's like set in Alabama and it's southern. It's like Desperate Housewives kind of thing. And I don't know, I did really enjoy it, but I rate my books for enjoyment, not for like critical. And I gave it a 4 because I really had a fun time reading this book. Okay, let's move on to the rest, and I hopefully won't talk so much about the rest because they're not like as special. They're just cool books. So let's get into the rest of the video. Okay, so I have book of the month. I haven't received August's book yet. If I do get it before this video goes up, I will insert a clip. If not, you'll just see it in my next haul, which whenever that'll be. Okay, so June's book, Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. So Jennifer Hillier wrote one of my favorite books of last year. It was a thriller, and I have heard amazing things about this author. I know Audrey from Chapter and Converse loves this author. She's like one of her faves, I think. So when I saw that she had a book on Book of the Month, I was like, oh heck yes. And I think it was an early release too. But basically this says, when Paris Perletta is arrested in her own bathroom, covered in blood, holding a straight razor, her celebrity husband dead in the bathtub behind her, she knows she'll be charged with murder. But as bad as this looks, that's not what worries her most. With the unwanted media attention now stirring around her, it's only a matter of time before someone from her long hidden past recognizes her and destroys the new life she's worked so hard to build, along with any chance of a future. So the thought of like, oh no, I'm pretty much caught red-handed killing my husband, but that doesn't bother me. What scares me is someone from my past finding me. Is like, girl, what did you do in your past? Like, whoa. And then like, but you're married to a celebrity. So like, I don't know. I've got so many questions. And like I said, I really loved the other book I read by her. I think it was called Little Secrets is what it was called. Really good. One of my favorite books from last year. So I'm excited to get to this one. And then for July's book, I chose Youre Invited. And this is by Amanda Giatissa. I'm not exactly sure if that's how you pronounce their last name or not. Isn't this cool though? Like, it literally looks like an invitation. If you look on the back, it's like an envelope. This is basically, the little thing up here says, she'll wish she never RSVP'd. This says, what could be worse than your ex-boyfriend marrying your childhood best friend? Getting accused of her murder. And I guess this is, like, I don't know. I think this is Destination Wedding. I can't remember. Yeah, it's in Sri Lanka. Apparently the bride goes missing. So that seems a bit ominous. And as you can see on the cover here, it looks like there's a storm rolling in. So it's giving me really like stormy, isolated vibe of like a wedding party, like crazy thriller wedding party. Like, is this not a great like late summer, early fall read? I mean, like, this is like a perfect August read, right? So I want to get to this. I've never read anything by this author. It looks like it is multiple POV, which I really enjoy. So yeah, that's August's book. Nope. That's July's book. I haven't gotten August books yet. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some books I got at a garage sale. So my boyfriend and I, we love thrifting. I'm very blessed to have a man that loves to thrift with me. And so we go to like garage sales, thrift stores, antique stores, all those kind of places. And of course, when I go to those places, I'm looking at the books, right? So I went to a garage sale last time I was in Idaho, and I got a couple books because they were like $3 for $1 or something. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna pass that up. The first book I got is The Black Jewel Trilogy by Anne Bishop. So this is a 3-book bind up. This has Daughter of the Blood, Heir to the Shadows, and Queen of the Darkness. And it also has a new introduction by the author. So I've not heard of Anne Bishop, nor have I heard of this trilogy. From the looks of it, it seems like it's a bit high fantasy. It is an old library book, but there's a dragon on the cover. Makes me think fantasy. Let me read the back to you really quickly. 700 years ago, a black widow witch saw an ancient prophecy come to life in her web of dreams and visions. Now, the dark realm readies itself for the arrival of its queen, the witch who will wield more power than even the High Lord of Hell himself. The queen is still young, still open to influence and corruption. Whoever controls the queen controls the darkness. 3 men, sworn enemies, know this. And they know that They know the power that hides behind the blue eyes of an innocent young girl, and so begins a ruthless game of politics and intrigue, magic and betrayal, where the weapons are hate and love, and the prize could be terrible beyond imagining. So it sounds like high fantasy, romance, betrayal, court intrigue, super fun stuff that I enjoy in my YA books. So since I don't really read much high fantasy, I was like, you know what? It's 33 cents. Why not get it? It's 3 books in one for 33 cents. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. So I'll have to see what I think about this whenever I get around to reading it. It looks like it's gonna be like super daunting, but realistically, like all 3 books I think are only 300 and some pages long. So it's just the fact that this is a bind up. It makes it look gigantic. But yeah, okay, moving on to the next book I got at the garage sale. I found this and I was so excited. So those of you who know me know that I love dinosaurs. This is a nonfiction book. This is The Dinosaur Heresies, New Theories Unlocking the Mystery of the Dinosaurs and Their Extinction by Robert T. Baker, PhD. So here's the thing with this book though, you guys. This book was written in the 80s. Let me see exactly when. 1986. And so while at the time, I'm sure, what was contained in this book was groundbreaking science, I'm sure it's probably very, very outdated now, considering this book was written before I was born. So it's what, 36 years old? Yeah, it's really interesting though, because if you look inside, there are, I don't know if that's focusing, I can't tell. There are illustrations, there's artwork, and there's a lot of just really interesting information about dinosaurs. And again, like I said, I think this book for its time, this science for its time, was probably very groundbreaking. So I'd be really curious to read this and compare it to what I know about dinosaurs, and then compare it to like the new science that's coming out nowadays, and see how far science has come and how much things have changed from 30 some years ago, you know. But yeah, I was just like, even if this is super outdated and old, I don't care, because it's dinosaurs and it's written in a way that it seems like it would be a very ingestible, is that the word I'm looking for? Digestible? I don't know. Easy to read and understand. Like it, I mean, I don't know, it might be like super science heavy, but it doesn't seem like it'd be like a boring nonfiction, at least not from what I can see. Anyways, that's what I got and I'm really excited for it. Okay, talking about nonfiction. I won this in a Goodreads giveaway. This is just called How To: Absurd Scientific Advice for Common Real World Problems by Randall Munroe. And it is just what it says it is. Really random things. So we have how to throw a pool party. And the fun thing about this is, as you guys can see, it's all stick figures. Here, let me show you. The back of the book, you can see all the information. The illustrations are stick figures, and that just cracks me up. And then you have the inside here. It's so fun. And this is the kind of book that you would 100% put on a coffee table and just kind of peruse through it. I tried to mix those two things together. And just see, like, I have no idea what this is about, but like, look at that imagery. So like, what? And then we have how to throw things. So we have the science behind how to throw things. Like, what is this? How to dispose of this book. That's quite funny. How to travel around the world in 80 days. I mean, it's just random weird things that like nobody needs to know, but it's in here. And I'm so stoked for this because I just love odd science facts. So I'm like super excited to read this book. And since we are on to Goodreads giveaway books that I have won from Goodreads giveaways, the next one is What We Saw, and this is by Mary Downing Han. This is an advanced reader's copy. Comes out in September, so I need to read this month. So this author has written a lot of like children middle grade horror. One of her most well-known books is called Wait Till Helen Comes, Deep and Dark and Dangerous, and Took. And I read Wait Till Helen Comes, and I think if I would have actually read that when I was a child, it would have freaked me the heck out. But I read it like a couple months ago. I'm just gonna read the back of it really fast to you all. When best friends Abby and Skylar witness a clandestine meeting between a mysterious woman and someone in a strange van, they're thrilled. Finally, a mystery to spice up the summer. Who could these people be? Why are they acting so suspiciously? Are they spies? Criminals? The two girls are determined to find out. But then a local woman goes missing and is found dead in the woods, and Abby and Skylar realize that their detective work could hold the keys to solving her murder. Suddenly, sleuthing isn't so fun anymore. As tensions rise and their friendship frays, the girls find themselves in increasing danger and must choose between keeping a secret or exposing life-altering truth. Doesn't that sound so good? Like, again, y'all know I'm a thriller reader. I think this might be classified as horror. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. I just know this. No, it's a thriller. Okay. It's just this author writes horror. But it sounds really good. And sounds like if, like me when I was a kid, like if I would have saw something like that, I totally would have been like, ooh, what's that about? Like, I'm going to investigate and figure out. And then it turns like much more hideous. And of course, the young girls, they wouldn't think murder. It just sounds really good. And I'm excited to read this. I need to read this month though, so I can, it comes out on the 22nd of September. I guess I can read it early September. But anyways, I need to read this before it comes out. At the next arc I won from Goodreads is Law's Depravity. And this is by Eric Lasalle. I believe that's Lasalle, how you pronounce the last name. I'm so sorry if not. This is another arc. This comes out in November. And this is 30 years, 36 priests butchered. His bloodiest masterpiece is yet to come. This is about a couple police agents or NYPD cops and a FBI agent who are looking for this serial killer who basically over the past 30 years has been killing priests and staging their deaths to look like the deaths of Jesus and his followers. So pretty disturbing stuff. And it says something about like they find out that these clergymen who've been killed have been like keeping secrets. They're not as holy as they want people to believe. So that makes me think like, is this a vigilante, or he thinks he's a vigilante kind of killer? Really interesting. But I guess he kills like every 10 years he kills someone else. It sounds really fascinating. Definitely crime thriller. I haven't read a whole lot of those, but I do enjoy those. Because one of like some of my favorite TV shows are like crime dramas. And this is a first book in a series, so I'm gonna read it and see what I think. If I'm gonna continue the series or not, or look into it once it is published. And the last book that I have gotten from Goodreads in the past however many months, I said, what, 3, 2.5, whatever, is Dusted Stars, and this is by A.D. Matthias. G.A. I was totally reading that in the screen. It looked different. G.A. Matthias. This is just a really super short, and there's 2 books in here, by the way. 2 little short stories that are sci-fi. And I don't know much about either of them. I just know that they are super short. Here is the length of the first one. The second one here is this book there, The Death of David Pickett. So there are 2 sci-fi books in one. Really interesting cover. I'm not the biggest sci-fi reader. I just have never really gravitated towards it, and I really want to get into it. So that's why I entered into this, and I went. So I'm actually reading this month because it's part of my Jurassic TBR. So look forward to the end of the month when I talk about my thoughts on this. Okay, next up we have Owl Crate and Fairy Loot, because I got my first Fairy Loot box recently. So in June's Owl Crate box, I got Together We Burn by Isabel Ibanez. And you guys, can you just look at how beautiful this cover is? And it, like, you know, goes all the way around. I have to show you the naked hardback. And the under the dust jacket. And then, of course, the end of papers are dragon scaled, and the reason for that is because this is a reimagining of medieval Spain, or ancient, I think it's medieval Spain, with instead of bullfighters, they're dragon hunters, you guys. So we have flamenco dancer and a dragon hunter instead of a bullfighter. And that just sounds so amazing. Go watch my June Owl Crate unboxing. I'll link it if you want to know more about this because it sounds so good. And it's this beautiful matte, like almost velvet feeling. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty and I'm so excited to read it. Also in that specific Owl Crate box, I received Pride and Prejudice. So this is a exclusive cover for Owl Crate. They are doing a thing where I think it's every quarter they're sending out a classic. First quarter was Frankenstein. This quarter is Pride and Prejudice. And they have it redesigned covers specifically for Owl Crate. Isn't that so pretty? Like, I love the purple on this. And the illustrator, cannot pronounce their name, but I'm just going to show you so that focuses. There you go. There's the illustrator. I have read this already, and it wasn't my favorite, but didn't hate it either. So it's just beautiful, and it's just going to be a nice addition to my shelves. And then the book that I got for my July Owl Crate, which I just did an unboxing, so I'll link that as well. Check it out. That's Violet Maid of Thrones by Gina Chen. So look at this, you guys. Look at how absolutely gorgeous this naked hardback is. Is that even focusing? I'm not sure if that's focusing, but it's so... I'm trying to hide my face. It's so pretty. And then under the just jacket, of course, we have the artwork. And then again, art in pages. These are gorgeous. The four-lane is so pretty. This is basically courtly intrigue, and it's like a fantasy, YA fantasy, where it says there is always a price for defying destiny. The boy must die before summer's end, or you will burn. And so it's like this girl is a pretend mystic, and she accidentally unleashes like a curse, and she has to team up with the prince who she hates. And so it's like enemies to lovers kind of thing, you know. But yeah, sounds pretty good. Okay, and then we have my very first fairy loot book ever. That's The Darkening, and this is by Sonia Mara. Got sprayed edges, focusing on the book. Focus on the book. There you go. Look at how pretty these sprayed edges are, you guys. And it's got beautiful end papers, beautiful hardback. I don't even remember what this is about. I just know I was really excited when I saw this because it's so pretty. Okay, it has to do with like a prince who has to protect his home or his kingdom from this storm that they say is going to destroy his city. And then there's a girl who is the daughter of revolutionists whose mother was banished to the storm. And then her father gets captured, and so she has to try and save her father while also finding out like what really happened to her mother and if this storm was actually like really as bad as what they say. And it sounds really good. It gives me a little bit of Ember in the Ashes vibes. I don't know if it's gonna be anything like it, but just from the synopsis, that's what it gives me. But I'm just obsessed with the beautiful blue of this cover. So pretty. And then I have a couple books here that I personally bought myself. First thing about myself is Rise of the Mystics by Ted Dekker. This is book 2 in the Beyond the Circle series. I have not read book 1 yet, but I really wanted to get book 2. I got this off of Pango Books for like super cheap. And I'm not going to read much about what it's about because I don't want to be spoiled, because this is book 2. Basically, the Circle Trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies of all time. It goes black, red, white, green, but the cool thing about it is green can be book 1 or it can be book 4. So it's like book 0, and it makes a complete circle, hence the Circle Trilogy. It's so cool. And this is part of a duology, I believe. I don't think this is a trilogy. I think this is a duology that takes place in the same universe, the same world as the Circle Trilogy. I don't know if it's supposed to be like before or after or what, but it takes place in the same time zone or time world, whatever, universe. There we go. And I'm really excited to read them and get back into this world because I love it so much. And I know book lover Amanda, who I mentioned before, just got The 49th Mystic, which is book 1. So girl, when you read that, let me know and we'll buddy read it and then we can go on to this one. I'm gonna go on to this one. I don't know if you'll like it, but I'm definitely gonna go on to this one for sure. I've had my piles leaning. Okay, and then the other one I got for myself, Jurassic World Cookbook, y'all. Check it out. This is so cool. This is the official cookbook of Jurassic World. And the coolest thing about this is it has dinosaurs. It tells you about said dinosaur, and then it has okay, that looks kind of gross to be honest, but like let me find a yummy looking treat. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Cute. So cute. These are Ceratops pastry crests. Here we have the Splash Zone. So it just has all of these really fun food and drinks and things that are inspired by Jurassic World. I think it's supposed to be like these are the food items that you would have been able to get at the park. I think is kind of like the idea. Oh, that looks so yummy. It's slice. Yum. Yeah, so it actually says that's kind of cool. It tells you a little bit about the thing, and again, you have dinosaur information. This is just so much fun, you guys. So much fun. Return to the thrilling paradise of Jurassic World with this deluxe cookbook featuring recipes served throughout the park. And yeah, it's over 50 recipes. I'm so excited to like start making some stuff out of here. The only issue I have is I am personally gluten-free. I'm allergic to gluten. And so I will have to tweak quite a few of these, which can be scary because gluten-free flour does not always equal the same consistency, measurement, whatever as regular flour. So there's gonna be some experimenting going on. But I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited, you guys, because you all know how much I love the Jurassic World universe, Jurassic Park universe. My TBR game is literally Jurassic TBR based off Jurassic Park. So yeah, when I saw this for sale, I was like, yes, please. Okay, and then the very last book I have to show you, I'm actually going to insert a clip of me opening it up. My boyfriend, Josh, got it for me on Prime Day. This is normally like a $70 or an $80 book, and he got it for like $30 or just under $30. So it was a heck of a deal, and he got it for me because he knows how much it means to me, and I'm just like, thank you. So I'll go ahead and insert that here. Okay, so I was dumb and somehow deleted the clip of me opening this book. So I got this book that Josh got me for the early birthday present kind of thing. It was on Prime Day and it was on a really heck of a good sale. And I filmed myself like opening the shrink wrap and everything, which was like why I was going to include the clip instead of just showing you in that video or in what you just saw. And apparently I deleted it. So of course I did. But you guys, the book he got me is this. The Ultimate Visual History of Jurassic Park. Is this not amazing? Look at this book. Isn't it neat? You guys, it's so cool. It's so cool. This is by James Morton, forward by Sam Neill, introduction by Laura Dern, afterward by Jeff Goldblum. I can't even begin to like talk about how amazing this book is. It's got a bunch of goodies inside, so give me a minute, I'll put the camera around and show you what this book is all about. Okay, here she is. Isn't she beautiful? She's so beautiful. So we open it up and this is what it looks like on the inside for you guys. These pictures are stunning. Just absolutely stunning. I mean, come on now. And you open up into Jurassic Park. And it just talks about all of the the movies. Like, you go through and I mean, it has illustrations. It talks about making from the books to the movies. It has, let me see if I can find it. Like, here's like a Jurassic Park postcard. I mean, it just has like these little like goodies. Here is, this is the coolest thing ever, you guys. This is the dust jacket to Alan Grant's book. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then we also have things like this where you have like storyboard. Different artwork. I mean, like conceptual art, like, guys, stickers. I mean, look at this thing. Is this just not, it's so good, it's so good. I'm so in love. So yeah, it starts with Jurassic Park and then it goes into Jurassic Park 2, which is here, shows, you know, the making of the movie and everything and talking about it. And then we go, it's still Jurassic Park 2, and look at, you've got like storyboard stuff. Like, is that not the coolest? And then we move on to Jurassic Park 3. And we have more conceptual art. Like Kirby Enterprises gift or business card. Like, this is, it's just so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. I just can't, y'all. I'm so happy. And then at the back here, yeah, the Jurassic Legacy. So like, it just talks about all of the different merch and stuff that came out around the time, the toys. I mean, all of this stuff. Like, oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's so fun. Comics, I mean, the games, like everything. It just is, this is just the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I am so beyond grateful for this book. Like, I can't even tell you guys how. Oh, and this is like a original map of the park, or brochure of the park. So like, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so in love with this book, and this is going to take a very, very special place on my bookshelves because, I mean, just look at it, guys. Look at it. Okay, let's get back to the video. Okay, guys, there you have it. Here is, minus that one book, so I didn't want to bring it back downstairs, my entire oh gosh. Okay, well, this is a book haul. This has been a book haul. Hope you've enjoyed it. Here we go. Okay, whoa. All of these books. Okay, oof, that's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Now I gotta lug these all back upstairs. Fun. Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh, they're falling everywhere. That's my book haul. I do know I have a couple books coming this month, August, but we'll see. I don't know when I'm going to do another haul. I guess it just depends on when I have enough to do a haul with. So thanks for watching, guys. Check out those other videos, like I said. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like this video if you liked it, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye, guys.